Iran has been playing a very important and constructive role in the South Caucasus with respect to attempting to maintain regional stability. For all the conflicts that we have seen in the region since the late 80s, early 90s, Iran has neither intervened into these conflicts nor has it sought to leverage itself accordingly. And this constructive role right now is becoming an important component in attempting to develop a level of stabilization with respect to Armenia and Azerbaijan. But in a broader sense, my question to you is, how does Iran envision concretely, how does it envision supporting regional stability? What is Iran's ultimate objective as far as making certain that conflict does not break out in the region again and that stability is maintained?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Thank you all for listening to us, and I would like to avail the opportunity for extend my appreciation to the government of Armenia for inviting me, and also a delegation from Iran to participate in this very important conference. Let me take a more theoretical approach as an introduction to my discussion. As His Excellency the Prime Minister mentioned, the world is changing right now. And if you look to the megatrends in the world, security, political, economic, environmental, and also technological macro trends, you will come to the result that the world is changing. Nowadays, almost everybody, academics, politicians, the others, they agree that the world is changing. But there is no consensus on the extension and also on the intensity of the changes. In a very simple categorization, I would say there are three different approaches toward the change in international system. The first approach belongs to those who believe that the changes that are taking place are instrumental and functional in nature. By this, I mean, according to them, the world system is revising governance mechanisms to adapt to emerging threats, highly advanced new technologies, and cognitive transformations that at the societal level. The second approach considers changes at the level of quote-unquote global order, which means that with the emergence of new actors and failure of global projects of westernization and unilateralism, the world is moving towards a new order in which we will witness a multipolar or post-polar structure. The third group of analysts believe that the depth and intensity of the changes are even more and will include changes in international system itself. The change in international system, as you all know, is caused by fundamental changes in the philosophical foundation, values, the structure of system, the role of actors, and the distribution of capabilities among the main actors. Let me right now avail the opportunity and take your attention to what is going on in Gaza. It seems that it is the collapse of the values, Western values like human rights, the others, claims by many countries, killing of more than 40,000 people, most of them are children and women, in 9 months, and no action, nothing. It is quite surprising to me that here, when we are talking about peace and security and stability in the South Caucasian region, the esteemed guest from Luxembourg repeats the media claims, let's say, against my country. Even your allies in the United States officially announced that they cannot verify these claims. Iran categorically rejects any claim with regard to selling any type of missiles or anything to Russia. And our position towards the Ukraine crisis is quite clear. Iran has never recognized the accession of Crimea to the Russia. Iran has officially announced its neutrality in the, Ukraine crisis. Of course, Iran and Russia are neighboring countries. They have had and do have different types of cooperations, including defense cooperation. All of you know about our official positions towards the Ukraine crisis, and I would not like to repeat it. In any case, seems that the philosophical foundation of international system right now are at risk. Okay, the three approaches depict the future of the world system differently, but they are the same on one very important point. Their idea regarding this point is the same, and that is the importance of regions in the future of the world. Geographical regions are becoming more and more important and significant in shaping the future of the world system. Among them, of course, the South Caucasian region holds, and will hold significant importance for several reasons. Some of them have been already told by my colleagues here in this panel. This region holds, let's say, a very special importance for my country due to several key factors. Iran shares deep civilizational, historical, and cultural connections with the region. This includes shared heritage and long-standing relationships with the countries of the region, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia. From a geopolitical point of view, the region serves as a strategic connection point between other major powers. This region's stability directly impacts Iran's northern borders and its overall security. It is also very important for us to prevent any spillover of conflicts or instability into our territory. From a geo-economic angle, the South Caucasus is also important for my country in terms of energy and trade routes. It is a critical transit route for energy pipeline and trade corridors. Iran is interested in using the capacity of these routes to strengthen its connectivity with Europe and Eurasia, and in turn, it is ready to provide its transit infrastructure to expand connectivity inter alia with South Asia, Central Asia, West Asia, and the Persian Gulf. Just a very short account of my country's positions with regard to the situation in the region. The Islamic Republic of Iran, first of all, has, as already mentioned by the esteemed moderator, has always been a driving force for peace and security in the region. We fully support lasting peace and stability in South Caucasus, and in this regard, we welcome the peace negotiations between the Republic of Armenia and the Republic of Azerbaijan, and we underline the need to speed up the signing of the peace agreement. We are ready to help our neighbors to settle disputes between them at the earliest. We support the formation of a strong and united region within the framework of our neighborhood policy. We welcome the removal of blockages from the transportation routes in the region by emphasizing the need to respect the territorial integrity, sovereignty, and jurisdiction of the countries along the route, and the respect of the mutual interests of all countries in the region. Very importantly, we believe that the South Caucasus must not become a battleground for competition and swordplay of the external powers. In this context, it is important to firmly oppose any hidden agenda to destabilize the region and lay the groundwork for changing internationally recognized borders. The principal status in the Armenian Peace Crossroad Plan, that is territorial integrity, sovereignty, jurisdiction, and reciprocity, are emphasized and supported by the Islamic Republic of Iran, and we think that all countries should adhere to these principles. The neighborhood policy is one of the main priorities of the foreign policy of President Pezeshkian's administration, the newly appointed president of my country. We attach a great value to friendly and brotherly relations with our neighbors. As a noble neighbor with historical and cultural ties, Armenia has a special place in the neighborhood policy of my country. There is a serious political will to develop relations with Armenia in all fields and dimensions. We are satisfied with the current level of relations, and at the same time, we are determined to use all the capacities available in order to deepen friendship, expand communications, and increase cooperation between the two countries. Let me emphasize that the borders of my country and the Republic of Armenia are the borders of peace, friendship, hope, and life, the borders of historical relations, people-to-people communications, and peaceful coexistence. By this, I conclude my remarks, and I would be at your service if any question, any comment raised. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.